that ordinary vacuums can't do. We're talking about beds, we're talking about linens, we're talking about upholstery, we're talking about mattresses. If you look on my Facebook page, I just use this on our couches because that's where my family lives. Human hair, pollen, dust, pet dander, smoke particles, dust mites poop, little tiny things that have claws and hold on to your mattress for dear life when you vacuum. We all have them and they're creating havoc on you. This is what takes care of it. Now when I sit down on a surface, I creep out because I am schooled and I know what's there. This sells out all the time. This version's brand new today. It's new and improved. The price goes away at the end of the day tomorrow. And this is Kylie Watts. She's been in Home Solutions for a while. Did we not both go when we found this?
Oh, it's amazing. This is one of the absolute best cleaning items you will ever have in your home. And unlike anything else you probably already have, because this was made by a doctor, an immunologist, to clean the unseen things in our house. And as Kirsten said, we all have them. The dust mites, their poo, because we shed our skin cells, and that's what they like to feed on. So not only are you vacuuming up those particulates, you are sanitizing those hard to launder fabric surfaces.
That light, that UV, just like they would use in doctor's offices.
Yeah.
Super easy. I've used it in my house, and then I just kept on going. All over your Dennis Basso throws, your sheets and your bed and your stuffed animals. If you have dogs, cats, anything, you have to have this in your home. If you have people who, are very sensitive to these things, because a lot of the things that we're talking about, all that dust and stuff like that creates allergens in the air. So we're helping take care of these situations.
That's right. So you think about a very common allergen is the dust mite. And the dust mite itself is absolutely disgusting. It's a member of the arachnid family. It has little claws, so it wants to cling for dear life on those surfaces that you spend your most time on, okay?
Callie just said there's spiders in your bed, and I've just freaked out.
Right. Well, so this is not only going to help to vacuum them up more so than your vacuum can do, it's going to actually alter the DNA of them, so it's going to decrease their hatch rate too. So in 3 minutes, 90% of that dust is going to be pulled out. But not only that, you are sanitizing these surfaces, killing 99.9% of things like staph and E. coli in 10 seconds of exposure to that UV light, and also things like influenza A in 5 seconds of exposure.
Influenza in 5 seconds. So what are you using this on? Well, for starters, the places where you really live, like I use it on my couches and the big chair, the kids' stuffed animals, because we're into those a lot, your beds. I know you wash your sheets and things like that. That can't necessarily sanitize them when you do that, but for sure do it on the places where you are spending the most time.
Those hard to launder fabric surfaces in your home. So we can't throw our mattress in the washing machine. We can't throw our couch in the washing machine. And no matter how much we vacuum, we still are living with hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dust mites and their unhatched eggs and their fecal matter. And it sounds really gross, but this is something that's going to help get them out of your home. Now, super easy to use. It weighs 4 pounds.
Yeah, it's super easy to use.
Created by a doctor, and it's a 4-part system that really is the magic. So I'm going to start it. All you have to do is hit this one little button at the top, and when I do, watch the power of this. Very specific calibrated suction, and I'll also turn it to the side so you can see the cyclone that's happening. There's a pulsating pad that's vibrating, making those dust mites release their grip way better than your vacuum can do, and creating that cyclone there. Because it's calibrated, it's not going to damage any of those hard to launder fabrics. So things with embellishments and sequins that we can't vacuum, you can vacuum with this. So as this is going, you see the power that's inside of this. But what's super cool is underneath it. So a proprietary pulsating brush roll right here. This is the first time we've ever offered this brush roll in a Raycop, and then that 6-inch UVC bar. Now there's security sensors in here that if you lifted yours up, your UVC light would turn off, but I've covered them so you can see what's happening. This brush roll is 6.5 inches, pulsates, and gets rid of those icky things inside of your home.
You're sitting somewhere right now probably. Unless you're like me and you decide never to sit on anything again because you realize what you're sitting on. You're sitting there, dust, dander, particulates, sure, but dust mites, dust mite poop, and think about this, little things that are a member of the arachnid family that are holding on for dear life when you try to vacuum them out of whatever you're trying to vacuum them out of. They have claws, and they're holding on, and they're a member of the arachnid family, and they're in whatever you're sitting in. That is not
awful.
okay with me. The
awful.
fact that we have a doctor who has created this to help us take back control of our home, that makes me happy.
Right, and you saw the UVC light that's going to get 99.9% of the things like the staph E. coli in 10 seconds, the influenza A in 5 seconds. It's also going to get rid of 90% of that dust in 3 minutes, but it's got a dual filtration system. And I want to show you this one because I actually took this from my own house.
She's got dogs. She's a pet mom.
4 dogs, okay, and I have a sectional couch, and I had vacuumed already. Look at the big particulates that this grabbed, okay? So that's our first one, dust cup. To clean this, you want to just submerge this in water because you don't want any of this going back up into the air. Now on the back of it too, there's a HEPA filter. The HEPA filter is super important because this is going to capture things down to 0.3 microns in size. So think your dust, your pet dander, your pollen, so super important. This filter is washable.
And think about the dust, the pollen, those things, what they do to you, what they do to sensitive family members, and why we want to get rid of those, and why your normal vacuum can't do it.
Right.
We don't even have pets in our house yet. We're on in the process. But you have somebody who has dogs or cats, and they're coming in and out, and they're tracking things. I can't even imagine not having this.
Oh, it's amazing. The first time you use it, you will be blown away by it. Remember, this isn't just some cleaning tool. This is a cleaning tool created by an immunologist who devoted his whole life's work now to cleaning the surfaces in our home that are hard to launder, that have things in them like the dust mite. Now, I put some pet fur down on this. It does an amazing job because of that calibrated suction of being able to go over those fabrics, and you're seeing that fur is being captured in that large bin. So run right over. That UVC light is telling you that it's sanitizing, and even things that are hard to launder, things with embellishments that we can't run a traditional vacuum over.
I'm telling you, you got that from my house. My kids have those.
Don't you love it? I know. Not damaging those fabrics, but what it is doing is helping to reduce the hatch rate of the dust mite eggs, get them to release their grip, and sanitizing that surface.
They're gripping right now. That's not okay.
No.
This is going fast. It's sold out in the past. This price goes away at the end of the day Sunday. And with that, Kylie, thank you for
You're so welcome.
scaring me just a little bit. But that's
Let me leave my dust mite here and go.
Yes, thank you for giving me this.
Enjoy
Spiders and poop and eggs, all in one thing.
And
thanks,
cheers to
Kylie.
that. Hey, let me remind you, this is Saturday Morning Q, and for the first time in 32 years, we were able to give you free shipping and all easy pay. That's a fantastic weekend.
That's huge.
And you know what? Thank you for being here for the last 2 weeks.
Thanks for having
It's been
me.
so fun.
Yeah.